Welcome back to the Angry Man Podcast with Jason and Greg. So, Jay, some interesting news that surfaced here over the last, few hours. And it's in regards to Terrence Crawford and maybe his next move. Now, we know last week that Terrence Crawford decided that he was not going to face Sebastian Fundora for the opportunity to unify at 154 pounds. I absolutely have no problem with that if Terrence Crawford feels like he has other lucrative options. But let's call a spade what it is. Terrence Crawford is doing what he chooses to do, and it doesn't have anything to do with becoming undisputed at 154. He's looking for the next biggest bag, and I have no issue with that. None, as long as that's what we call it. As long as that's what we call it. Now, when he turned down the opportunity to face Sebastian Fundora, there were a lot of his supporters that said to themselves and said to the rest of us that Bud is not going to turn down the opportunity to become undisputed unless he has something that's better lined up. And they automatically assumed that Canelo was an option that maybe was already on the table. I told people, just based off of conversations that I had, that I do not believe that at this time Terrence Crawford has anything lined up with Canelo Alvarez. I've talked to people. These are people that honestly, not to say that they are affiliated with Terrence Crawford, but these are people that would probably have caught wind of if Terrence Crawford had an option to fight Canelo Alvarez, and that was on the table right now. So why do I talk about that, Jay? Because maybe there's another option for Terrence Crawford that I want to discuss here, and Terrence Crawford alluded to here recently. So I want to play the video because what will end up happening, Jay, is that if we don't share the video, they'll say we align, and then we do share the video. Of course, they're going to say we're taking it out of context, but I don't care. We're going to say we're going to do it anyway because we know that this is what he's saying. And so let me bring it up. Shout out to Danny on X. I think this is Dan the Boxing Man, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dan the Boxing Man on X. This is what we saw the video. I don't really follow Terrence Crawford like that on social media. So some of these things I don't see. But let me share my screen real quick, Jay, so that the people can see it. This is Terrence Crawford looking a little bit soft, looking like he's probably at 160s, 170, maybe something like that. But let's go ahead and play this quickly so that the people can understand what it is that we're reacting to. This is Terrence Crawford, and this appears to be some type of MMA, gym. Doesn't look like a boxing gym. So let's play it.
Hey, Conor, getting back on the mat. Stay tuned, baby. Stay tuned. It's working. Hey, Conor, getting back on the mat. Stay tuned, baby. Stay tuned. It's working. Hey, Conor, getting back on the mat. Stay tuned, baby. Stay tuned. It's working.
I wanted to play that multiple times so that people understood exactly what he's saying. He's saying Conor, and right here, Jason, he is tagging the Notorious MMA. Okay? So I don't want anyone to come into the comment section talking about, oh, that wasn't even about Conor McGregor. That wasn't even about Conor. That was about Conor McGregor, and he specifically said, we are working. We are working. He's showing himself with his shirt off, sweating, getting back on the mat, and we are working. So clearly, maybe Conor McGregor is an option for Terrence Crawford. He just recently said that he wasn't with anyone kicking him and that, he didn't need the money. If he needed the money, he would have took the McGregor fight. But clearly, and I'm not saying he needs the money, but it looks like to me he's not maybe getting that big money fight with Canelo Alvarez if he's considering getting into a UFC cage with Conor McGregor and getting this damn head kicked off of his shoulders. Jay, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I noticed he said I'm on that mat work, so it could be something like a modified MMA match for him where they're actually just doing wrestling, where it's no striking or something of that nature.
McGregor's still gonna slam him on his head. Okay, slam him on his head.
Yeah, but he deadlifts 400 pounds in some Timbs off the street. He wrestled back in high school. Back 20 years ago, he wrestled back in high school. So he can wrestle right now. Straight off the road, off the street, But now, I'm not mad at Bud for getting the money. Get the money, but his fans, they just need to take what it is. I like the fact that when he came out, said that he pretty much came out, he wasn't going to fight Fundora, and Fundora's going to move on and fight Spence. One of his biggest fans in the Discord, Fabrizio, was like, I have to agree with Jason and Greg. with this guy. We've been telling y'all that he wasn't going for legacy at 154 necessarily. Although we want to see him fight because there's a lot of fights at 154 for him to forget. Namely, this Fundora fight right here. This would have been a perfect chance for him to have 3 belts. He would have had 3 belts and just had to get 1 more. But instead, it's going to be Spence getting this fight, possibly in, first quarter next year, January, February. So, I mean, I'm not bad at all for Bud getting the bag, man. But his fans need to chill, Tom. It's about legacy. When it's about the bag right now, it's strictly about the bag. It's not really about legacy. Y'all want to say he's the next Floyd Mayweather, he'll beat Floyd Mayweather. Well, now y'all can actually say he's being like Floyd. Because what did Floyd do? Floyd fought Conor McGregor, but he fought him in a boxing ring. So he's following that same blueprint. The same blueprint that Floyd did at the end of his career. So if he's going to be at the end of his career, no need for him to either hold a belt or really hold another fighter up in a division. Go ahead and just get your bag and, whether do exhibitions or do these mixed matches, go ahead and do that. But just take yourself out of the way of the other fighters that really want the belts at that weight class. That's the fair thing to do. Don't hold people up like he was holding Fundora up. He was literally holding Fundora up from going ahead and trying to get this fight with Spence earlier towards the end of this year already. They could have been fighting in December or November already. The way they're digitally, the rumors that come out earlier this year after Fundora beat Zoo and Fundora's going to be healing the fight after the nose issue. But go ahead and get the bag. I'll entertain it. I'll watch him. We pay for all the fights too, by the way, even Butts.
Yeah, no, I would definitely support the fight if he wants to do it. I would buy it for sure. I think it would do really good numbers with Terrence Crawford getting in the ring from MMA perspective. And then think about it, he has an affiliation with Turki Al-Sheikh, who has an affiliation with UFC. So like it would all make a lot of sense, and then you can network it. You can promote it across both UFC platforms as well as WWE because they're all affiliated and associated. So, I mean, it would be a massive opportunity for Terrence Crawford to make a ton of money if he were to do so. So I'm not against it. Like if people think that we're against it, I'm not against it. I would love to see it.
Not at all. Get the bag. That's a perfect, to your point, all those entities, how he can get a bag and parlay that. Get the bag, bud. Go ahead and get the bag. And
let me watch you get your head kicked off your shoulder. I don't mind watching it.
I think it's gonna be something's gonna be. It's gonna be a modified match. I don't think.
Okay, so let's say it's a modified match. It's still got to be submission rules. So that means he's gonna break his arm. Then either way it go, he gonna get hurt. So it is what it is. By all means, bud, go do what you do, man. Make that money, brother. Make that money. You guys tell us what you think in the comment section in regards to this. If you are in alignment with it or do you disagree with it, let us know what you think. Don't forget to hate, like, comment, and subscribe. This is the Angry Man Podcast, AM Sports Media, and we are out.